When we think of Mount Everest, we think of towering heights, incredible challenges, and breathtaking views. Standing at 8,848.86 meters, or nearly 29,032 feet above sea level, it's considered the tallest mountain on Earth. But is it really? What if we told you there are mountains that surpass Everest, depending on how you measure? First, let's get one thing clear. Everest is officially the mountain with the highest altitude above sea level. Its peak is the highest point on Earth's surface that you can stand on. This is why Everest has become a global symbol of challenge and achievement. Climbers from around the world dream of reaching its summit. But Everest's title as the tallest mountain depends entirely on how we define tallest. And this is where things get interesting. Let's take a look at Mauna Kea, a dormant volcano on the island of Hawaii. At first glance, it doesn't seem like much. Its summit reaches only 4,207 meters above sea level, less than half the height of Everest. But here's the catch. Mauna Kea's base is hidden beneath the Pacific Ocean. When measured from its underwater base to its summit, Mauna Kea stretches an astonishing 10,210 meters, or 33,500 feet. That's nearly 1,400 meters taller than Mount Everest. So why don't we think of Mauna Kea as the tallest mountain? It's because most mountain measurements start at sea level. While Mauna Kea is the tallest when measured from base to summit, only about 40% of it is visible above the ocean. Now let's talk about Mount Chimborazo in Ecuador. At just 6,263 meters above sea level, it's nowhere near as high as Everest. But Chimborazo has a fascinating twist. Because Earth isn't a perfect sphere. It's slightly wider at the equator. Mountains near the equator benefit from this bulge. Chimborazo happens to sit right on this bulge, giving it an advantage. Its peak is the farthest point from Earth's core, even farther than Everest's summit. Think about that for a moment. Chimborazo's summit is about 6,384 kilometers, or 3,967 miles, from the center of the Earth. That's more than 2 kilometers farther into space than Everest. So, while Chimborazo isn't the highest mountain above sea level, it claims the title of being the closest point to space on our planet. At this point, you might be wondering, who really deserves the title of tallest mountain? Let's break it down. If we measure altitude above sea level, Mount Everest is the tallest. If we measure total height from base to summit, Mauna Kea takes the crown. And if we measure distance from Earth's core, Mount Chimborazo is the winner. It's all about perspective. Each mountain has its own unique way of standing tall. So, does this mean Mount Everest isn't special? Far from it. Everest is still the ultimate symbol of human determination. Its extreme altitude makes it one of the most dangerous and rewarding peaks to conquer. But learning about Mauna Kea and Chimborazo reminds us that there's always more to the story. Mountains, much like people, can be remarkable in different ways. In the end, whether it's Everest, Mauna Kea, or Chimborazo, each of these giants tells a different story about our incredible planet. So, next time someone asks, what's the tallest mountain on Earth? You'll know the answer isn't as simple as it seems.